So, almost 11. I'll tend to the witness, Judge.
All right, any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
Is calling 2023 CR 3239, State of Texas versus Damon Thomas. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
David A. Garcia, attorney for the defendant, Judge.
All right, we are here for sentencing. He entered a plea of no contest to count 2 on October 5th. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find him guilty according to the plea bargain agreement.
The case begins, State of Texas versus Damon Thomas. The court confirms Damon's plea of no contest and notes that sentencing is on the table. Both the state and defense have reviewed the PSI report, and there are no objections. The judge then asked if the defense has any witnesses. Right away, you feel the weight of this. Damon is facing 10 years in prison. Question for you. Should someone who already admitted guilt still be given a chance at probation?
The state is silent on his application and punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
We do, Judge. We have one witness, Eric Mincio.
All right, they come forward. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Defense?
Now, Eric, how do you know Damon here today?
I've known him just from the neighbor. I've known him like around my neighborhood. I've known him for about 5 years.
And what do y'all do together? Well,
So
first of all, what do you do?
I own a youth basketball organization here in town with over about 125 kids in my program. So pretty much what he does is he does a lot of the strength and conditioning parts of my program. He does a lot of the mentoring with the kids that are from the inner city. So that's pretty much what he's involved with.
And what's the name of your organization?
Line.
So when you say he works with the kids doing strength training, what exactly does that mean?
So pretty much, I played basketball my whole life.
The first witness takes the stand, Eric, who runs a youth basketball organization. He explains Damon's role: strength training, mentoring inner-city kids, motivating the ones who were cut from school teams. This isn't just about sports. It's about keeping vulnerable kids off the streets and giving them hope. The defense is clearly trying to paint Damon as a positive community influence.
So I do a lot of the skill training and stuff, and more of the intense. He's good with motivating kids and getting them to go. So I feel like that is a good way of them getting pushing them. And a lot of the kids that are not as skilled or not as in shape, he deals with a lot of those kids that are kind of starting off.
And what's the age group of these kids we're talking about?
So we start at 5 years old from kindergarten, and we end all the way to 18 years old, senior high school.
And are all of the kids that you're involved with playing sports in their schools, or are there some that just come to participate?
Well, a lot of the kids in my program, I offer for ones that don't make their basketball teams, like the ones that are less fortunate. A lot of the people in this city want a lot of the kids that are, talented, and my focus and our focus is the ones that are, kind of forgotten. Yeah.
And is the goal of your organization not only to help these kids physically, but emotionally to deal with life?
Yes, and that's a lot of the reasons why I like to deal with a lot of those kids, the ones that get cut, they get, they get discouraged, and those are a lot of the kids that you see around here doing things they shouldn't be doing at the ages of 6th grade, 7th grade. So those are the ones that we kind of reach out to the most. So I think it's a very good, opportunity for a lot of kids that are, kind of go under the radar or kind of feel like they're left out.
Eric highlights how the program changes lives. Since 2013, they've sent 37 kids to college and given many more a safe place to grow. Damon, he says, was there almost every day before his arrest. That's powerful testimony. A man on trial for drugs, also being described as a mentor and role model. What do you think? Should community service weigh heavily in sentencing, even if the charges are serious?
So what you're trying to say is basically you keep them off the streets, you keep them busy doing something positive for their body, for their mind, for society.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen good results over the years that you've been working on this?
We since we started in 2013, we put 37 kids in college, and countless kids play around the city.
Do any of those kids ever return to try to help out?
So
With the
we do,
program?
I have about 3 of my coaches that are former athletes in the program.
And how often per month does Damon work
So
within your
he
program?
was there. He was there pretty much every day. Like I said, I have a group that's kind of sticks to themselves, and he has a little group that he kind of sticks with, that he was sticking with at the time before he was
Arrested.
Yes, sir.
And this group, do you see positive results from his work with the kids?
Well, some of them are new. A lot of kids I have now are new. But yeah, I think any kid that gets a little hands-on or has a type of attention to him is gonna see some type of you're gonna see some type of success in that child.
Would you say that both you and Damon are sort of filling in for absentee parents?
I mean, I would say we're there to support some kids. I'm not. One thing I do say is I'm not a parent. I'm a role model. A lot of these kids that do need help, I do say that we do. We are there for a lot of kids that are less fortunate. We are lucky enough to have a lot of the kids that have a great parents around them, which the parents are very good with both of us. So that's a great thing as well. But the ones that don't.
The defense pushes further. If Damon got probation, would Eric allow him back to work with kids? Without hesitation, Eric says yes. He insists Damon has never shown dangerous behavior and parents actually feel safer with him around. It's a bold defense, but here's the emotional twist. Damon has already spent nearly 11 months in jail. That fact lingers heavily in the room.
Have that type of guidance, we're always there for them. For sure.
Would you say that Damon is an asset to your program?
100%.
Now, you understand why Damon's here in front of the judge, right?
I've heard, yes, I've heard that.
And in spite of this, he's got an application to the judge, hoping that she will give him probation. So if she were to give him probation, would you still allow Damon, knowing that he's here on a drug charge, a serious drug charge, would you still allow him to work with kids?
Yes, Damon's never showed that type of side ever to any of myself or my family or any of the families around. So I don't feel him at risk of anything. I think if anything, when he's around, I think a lot of parents feel safe. He's a protector, sort of kind of person. So I feel like it's total opposite. I think he's a very good asset, 100%.
Are you asking this judge to show him some leniency and give him that probation?
Please. I think he's learned his lesson being here long enough, and I know a lot of the kids miss him.
He's been sitting in here in jail for almost 10 months, right?
Yes, sir.
Almost 11. I'll tender the witness, Judge.
All right, any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much for coming down and thank you for what you do in the community.
Thank you so much.
Judge, my last witness would be Damon Thomas if he decides he wants to speak to the court.
All right, do you want to speak to the court?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just so you know, before you speak to me, I've already read the police reports and I've read the PSI report. And I've read what you stated in the police report and I've read what you stated in the PSI report. So do you still wish to speak to me?
Now, Damon himself takes the stand. He pleads for probation, promising, "If I mess up, I'll be right back in front of you." Then, a deeply personal moment. He reveals the mother of his child has stage 4 cancer. The courtroom feels the emotional weight. This isn't just about Damon anymore. It's about a family fighting battles on multiple fronts.
Yes.
All right, you can raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Damon Thomas.
All right, defense.
So, Damon, what exactly do you want to tell the judge?
Well, I just would like to tell the judge that I believe that I deserve probation. I've never been on probation. And if I was to mess up, I got to do a 360 and come stand right back in front of you again. And I don't believe you'll have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? I think I learned my lesson and I need to do what I need to do because I got a lot of stuff going on. And my child's mother. She was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So I got a lot going on right now.
Damon, do you think if the judge gives you probation, you can get a job that will continue to help you support not only yourself, but your family?
Yes, sir.
Will you
Yes, sir.
continue to work with Eric Nuncio and help the kids in community?
Yes, sir.
Will you follow each and every requirement as part of the probation or that the judge requires so that you make sure you don't make any mistakes?
Each and every, from the beginning to the end.
And Damon, you understand that the judge has looked at your record. It's a horrible record, isn't it?
Yes.
You've made a
Not
lot
nothing
of
to be proud of.
you made a lot of mistakes.
Yes, sir.
What can you tell the judge that is different in you now than all those years of you making mistakes and committing crimes and or going to prison?
Well, I can say you live and you learn, and as you get older, you become wiser.
But the judge doesn't let him off easy. She presses him. His record is horrible. What makes him different now? Damon answers that with age comes wisdom. He knows in and out incarceration is the wrong path, and he has kids looking up to him. His promise? I'll stay out of the projects. I'll move differently. Viewers, do you believe Damon has really changed, or is this just courtroom talk?
And you understand that in and out of incarceration is the wrong way to go, you know, because you got, like to say, I got these kids watching me. I'm like in a microscope, you know what I'm saying? So that doesn't look good on me as a person, or a human, especially with dealing with these kids in this type of situation.
You understand you put yourself in a bad situation when you were at that house. It wasn't your house, but you were at a house that had a lot of drugs at it, right?
Yes,
And you understand that was your mistake.
yes.
What's going to be different that you don't put yourself in these kinds of mistakes in the future?
I'm gonna stay out of the projects. I'm gonna stay out of the projects. Cause that's the wrong place to be. Cause at the end of the day, with this situation, it was kind of like being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and everything kind of really fell back on me. So I know that I gotta move differently in the world.
And you're asking the judge for this one last chance for probation.
Yes, sir. I'm asking Miss Boyd to give me another chance at society, because again, if I fail, I'll be standing right in front of you again. And you can do what you gotta do to me.
No further questions, Judge. I'll tender the witness.
Any questions?
No question.
All right, so I'm reading the police report. And in the police report, it says that you admitted to owning the clothes and shoes found in the apartment closet.
No, ma'am.
And then it says that you admitted to the illegal narcotics being yours.
No, ma'am.
I think what happened is there's a video, Judge,
Mhm.
where he's being interviewed by the detective that executed a search warrant at this location that Damon didn't live at. He was in a relationship with a woman that lived at the location. And when they executed the search warrant, Damon had been talking to one of the people at the house, and he was holding the drugs that he was asking this guy about. When they rushed in the door, Damon got up and ran.
The judge challenges Damon about the police report, drugs found in the house, admissions he supposedly made. Damon denies owning them. His defense argues he was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, caught holding drugs during a raid. But here's the contradiction. He says he's innocent of the drugs, yet admits he was holding them. That tension could be the nail in the coffin.
He ran holding the drugs. And so the officer or detective that was questioning him on video asked him about that, and he admitted that he was holding it. And that's where they take it that he admitted.
Okay.
So he still was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He still was putting himself in a position where he should not have been judged. He should have known better. He knows that. He's made a lot of mistakes, but he's an older man now. He finally had things settled down, working with this youth group, and he's hoping that you'll give him that chance. He'll stay away from everyone in that neighborhood. He'll stay away from that woman. He'll do whatever you require to prove himself, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I've read everything. I've internalized everything that was said.
The defense makes one last push. Damon has matured, has community ties, and promises to avoid old environments. But the judge has heard enough. After reviewing everything, she makes the ruling. Application denied. Damon is found guilty and sentenced to 5 years in prison, with credit for time served. The courtroom shifts from hope to finality in seconds.
I'm not going to grant your application. I'm going to find you guilty. I'll sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Taking consideration 7004737177551, and I'll ask for the therapeutic community. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, and actually I gave you something better than what you pled for. You do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Off the record, here's the thing. I know 5 years is a lot of time. Anytime you do a day in custody is a lot of time. You're going to have to make better use of your time. And when you are released from prison, you need to make sure that you stay on the path to be around people who are doing the right things. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Thomas.
What do you say to the judge?
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you,
you're
Judge.
welcome.
The judge closes with the message. 5 years is a lot of time, but make use of it. When you're released, surround yourself with people doing the right things. It's stern, but not without hope. Damon thanks the court. The chapter closes. Probation denied. Prison time ordered.